Welcome back to our English class. Today I am going to explain about new lesson. Yes, we have completed successfully three lessons. So now I am going to start fourth lesson. Before we are going to lesson, how are you all? Hope you're safe at home. Yes. Today we are going to learn what's our lesson name? Pip and the Escaped Prisoner. Pip and the Escaped Prisoner. Pip means it's a proper noun. It's a noun. So actually he is a small boy. Here he was a small boy. And the escaped. Escaped in the sense they came from some other place. Escaped in the sense what? They are coming from some other place. For example, we are escaped from our home. We are escaped from some troubles. So we can leave the place and came from there to here. That is escaped. Okay. And prisoner. Prisoner means who kept in jail. Okay. Thieves. People are there, no? So prisoner in the sense who kept in jail. So prisoner means jail. So escaped prisoner in the sense who is the person. Okay. Who was the person came from jail or prisoner. Jail or prison. So escaped prison. Came in the sense he did not come by release. He came without their permission, without police permission. So he escaped from that place. Yes. Who wrote this? Charles Dickens. Dear, here L is there but silent. So Charles Dickens. Who is Charles Dickens? Yes. First, he was a person, Pip. Okay. First, it is a noun. So Pip was a small boy. And the escaped prisoner. So here two members are there in this, Pip and escaped prisoner. What is mean by escaped prison? Who was that? What happened? We have to learn in this lesson. Yes. This lesson, now this is a story actually. Okay. This is a story from Charles Dickens' Great Expectations book. Great Expectations book. So this is a book was written by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, actually what we have to learn, first we are going to learn a new lesson. We have to know about author. Author in the sense writer. So here we are talking about Charles Dickens. Who is he? Actually he was a British author. That means he was an English author. English author. Author in the sense writer. Okay. Author in the sense writer. Not only author and critic. What is mean by critic, children? Critic in the sense some other writers, some other poets, they wrote something, okay, a piece of writing. So whoever study that writing and give opinions on that, those are known as critic. So here Charles Dickens was not only a writer, also he was a critic. Where did he born? Okay, we have to know about that, no? So he was born on 7th February. 7th February. And 1812. So his era started from 1812. 1812 he was born. After that he studied. After his studies, he came to start writing. Okay, so many great stories he had written. In the story, what is the main book is Great Expectations. So this is a small story. Pip and the Escaped Prisoner is a small story. So this story has taken from the book. What this book is name is? This book name is Great Expectations. Is it clear to you? So this is about Pip and the Escaped Prisoner. Title meaning and writer about Charles Dickens. Is it clear to you? Very good. Now we have to know the meanings. No, that's what. I'm cleaning the board now. Yes. Come to our textbook now. Yes, dear ones, this is our lesson. Pip and the Escaped Prisoner, written by Charles Dickens. Warm up. First, here, can you see this picture? What is this picture? Who are there in this? One man is there. Man behind prison. Behind the one window like this. Yes. Even rods, iron rods are there, covered that window. So that is known as our prison. So he was prison. So here, coming to complete the words with one letter. Here they missed one letter. What is that? This man is in, what is that? Prison. What is the spelling of prison? P-R-I-S-O-N. What did they miss? Here, R. He wants to escape. What is the spelling of escape? If he runs away, he will be, what happened? He runs and runs. What happened? Hungry. And not only hungry. Next, what happened? Thirsty. Yes. Thirsty. So what here? Whenever, even not only that, escaped in the sense we are running, right? Then either running competitions or else you are going to somewhere, okay, in a hurried way. So you are running. What happened while after running? You got some excited, then you need some water, no? That's what's thirsty, and you want to eat something, that is hungry. He will need, what he will need for that? Food and something to drink. Spellings, dear, very you can learn that spellings. He will also need for what? Okay, eat something completed, drink something completed. Then what we need? To go somewhere, what we have to fare, what we have to give to either auto or bus or anything, vehicles? Yes, money. So and we are going to some dress. We move one dress. Then what we need? Daily same dress we have to wear? No. So we need some clothes. These are daily, our daily needs. No. Okay, except these all are daily needs. We need all these things because of we are living in this world. So these are the words. So spellings are very, very important here. So you have to you learn, first read that and learn. Yes, next. Here see, some pictures are there. Circle the objects that may be in the jail with the prisoner. So with prisoner, some things are there. What are the things here? Suitcase. Prisoner, did he has a suitcase? Did he have a? No. Did he has a suitcase? No. Traveler needs that. And chain? Yes. They use it for the chain because maybe prisoners will think about the escape. That's what they use it, that one. Wallet? No need. They won't give that one. And handcuffs? Yes. They use it, that handcuffs to arrest them. Some they did not use. They do not use that. Keys? No. Actually, who has that key? Policeman. Yes or no? Ball? No, they are not playing anything. That's what they do not have. So what are they here? Chain and handcuffs. Very good. Coming to our lesson, children. This is your lesson. Yes, ready. Great Expectations is a book by the famous British author Charles Dickens. Yes. Who's that? Charles Dickens. What is the book name? Great Expectations. It is a story about a poor boy called Pip. A poor boy called Pip. Can I hear? Very good. Here, who's that name? Pip. We are talking about Pip. It's a story about a poor boy called Pip who became rich, but he wasn't always happy. He wasn't always happy. Pip's parents died when he was small. So whenever his child, that is whenever he was child, that means in his childhood, what happened? He lost his parents. So he lived with his older sister and her husband Joe. What's his name? Joe. So what are the characters here? Pip, Joe and Mrs. Joe and our escaped prisoner. Escaped prisoner. Yes. Pip's parents died when he was small, so he lived with his older sister and her husband, Joe, who was a blacksmith. Joe's job is blacksmith. What is mean by blacksmith? What is mean by blacksmith? Blacksmith means a person who makes horse cups there, no? Horse cups there. See, here only they gave blacksmith. A person who makes horseshoes and other useful metal objects. So what is mean by blacksmith? Who makes horseshoes and other metal objects. Okay, those are known as, that person here known as blacksmith. So horseshoes and metal objects. Who makes horseshoes and other metal objects? That person known as blacksmith. Is it clear? Very good. One day when Pip was in a graveyard. What is mean by graveyard? Here, graveyard in the sense burial ground here. Burial ground. That means dead bodies are there, no? So Burial means we burn those dead bodies in that place, or else we can keep under the ground like tombs. Do you know that? Some see like these tombs are there. Okay, here cross there. Okay, these are the tombs. So this is burial ground. Here, actually Christians, what did they do? Whenever any person, any relative died, then what they did? They are taking the person, church, nearby church, one place there. So they have taken the place and they burned them, okay, in this land, and they keep one cross on this tomb. On this tomb they wrote their names. Who was the person here died? Who was the person's tomb here? Is it clear to you? Very good. One day when Pip was in graveyard, he met an escaped prisoner. Then he met an escaped prisoner. So our story, a story mostly about this prisoner, no? So relation here. So Pip and prisoner. So he met prisoner in that graveyard, burial ground. Now read Pip's story. Then you can start Pip's story. Yes. Can we? Very good. Yeah, dear. Joe, the blacksmith who worked the forge, he was very big and I was very small, but we understood each other. Here, Pip himself said this story. Okay, Pip himself explained this story. So here I in the sense Pip, he in the sense Joe. Is it clear? Joe was blacksmith. Joe was the blacksmith who worked the forge. What is mean by forge? What is mean by forge? Actually, what is mean by blacksmith? Blacksmith means who makes horseshoes and other metal objects. That person known as blacksmith. That person does the things. Okay, does all these things. That place is there, no. That place is known as forge. So it's a place where, okay, where a blacksmith makes horseshoes by hand. So here how like he makes that one? Here he used one hammer, okay, with that hammer, iron hammer, flame. So with that flame they are keeping those metal objects and they are always beating them. Okay, beat them like that iron with flame. It mold the shape. That is the place is known as forge. So it's a place where the blacksmith makes horseshoes by his hand. Yes, coming to our lesson. He was very big and I was very small. He in the sense Joe. I in the sense here Pip. Pip explained his story to us. But we understood each other. We in the sense Pip and Joe. We also share a problem. If they have any problem, they have to share each other because those are friends. Our problem was Mrs. Joe. What's their problem? Mrs. Joe. Who was Mrs. Joe? Wife of Joe. So, and Mrs. Joe's temper. What is meant by temper? Angry, dear. Temper in the sense angry. Anger. So, What is mean by why did she get angry? See here. Which was sometimes very frequently she got that. Very in the sense frequently. So frequently she'll get. So frequently she got angry. So what's their problem? Mrs. Joe, which was sometimes very fairy. Neither Joe nor I could do much about it, but we put up with it together. So whatever they want to do about her, both together they have to do that thing. And Mrs. Joe put up with us, and Mrs. Joe put up with us just if we have had to share something to her to explain her, then she has taken that. Okay, leave it. Just. Mrs. Joe was very good at finding jobs to keep me out of trouble. So he liked her because what's her nature? He found jobs for him out of trouble. She found me one on Christmas Eve. Then at last she found one job for him. What was his job? She sent me to the graveyard to tidy round the graves. What is mean by tidy? Clean, no? So what's his job there? Tidy the graves. Graves in the sense tombs. Tombs in the sense what is the place is there. So this is the tomb. So how like it is? Actually this is with like cement, like the tombs are there. So what's his duty here? Clean that tombs. So here already meaning they gave. I will say that. So it's a place where a dead person buried. A dead person buried. A dead person is buried. So they kept the dead body in that place. Okay, that is graves. So what's his duty? He has some duty now here. It was very quiet in the sense calm, silent, calm. So no noise there. How like that is a place? That was a place. See, very quiet in the graveyard. Some of the gravestones were very old, and some were quite new. That means just build that one, and someone means very old. So here, like those of my family. See how like old people are there. So grandmother, grandfather, those are like old graves, and like new, that means pip. Here small boy, no? So new. Like he compared with his family, those graves. Coming to next page, I couldn't cry at the forge. But here, actually, as a small boy went to that graveyard, how like he feel? Tell me, how like he felt? Every child felt fear, and he could cry, no? But what happened here? I couldn't cry at the forge. It worried Joe and it angered Mrs. Joe. So here, what was the condition? Here condition was whenever he wanted to cry, but he did not cry because of Joe and Mrs. Joe. I could cry as much as I liked in the graveyard. So in front of them he could not cry, but here a graveyard, no one there. It was a place with very quiet, that is it with silence. Then what did he do? He cried as much as he could. So he cried a lot because of his life. And since it was, but I could cry as much as I liked in the graveyard. And since it was Christmas Eve and grey and damp, and the wind was so cold, and I was all alone. That's what I did. So here no one there. In front of Joe, in front of Mrs. Joe, he could not cry. That's what here, no one there. No one there. He expressed or he felt sorry about him. He cried a lot for him. He cried a lot for him. But what was the situation there? Very calm, cold wind. So no one there. He cried as much as he could. So how much he wanted to cry? He cried there itself. I sniffed and then rubbed my eyes with my muddy hands. What does mean by sniffed? Sniff in the sense, you are saying like this now while you are crying. So breathing in through your nose noisily. Breathe in through nose noisily. Nose noisily. So like this. Noise came here. So sniff. And then rubbed his eyes with muddy eyes. Already he cleaned those tombs, that's graves, no? With his hands. That's what, with that hands only he cleaned. He rubbed his eyes. My tears came faster and faster. It seemed to me that my tears were the only warm thing in the whole cold world, and that thought made me more sorry for myself than ever. That means that is a very cold area. Cold wind came to that place. So how like you can observe while you are crying, your tears warmer than other, what is the place actually. So you can touch that whenever tears come to here, it's warmer than our surroundings. That's what he felt, that one. And again he cried a lot for that, because alone how can he felt? He can cry. He could cry for himself. He cried next. I cried and cried as a thin mist crept in form from the marsh. So cried and cried. So much time he has taken for that. He had taken for that so much time for that crying. Cried and cried as a thin mist. Mist in the sense, water droplets are there. No, water droplets. Mist crept in from the marsh. Marsh in the sense, what is the meaning of marsh? Wetland. Wetland. So he actually, mist in the sense, droplets on leaves or earth, like wetland, that is very cold and wetland. So he cried and cried as a thin mist crept in from the marsh. Stop your noise. He heard one noise there. Stop your noise. I leapt in terror. What happened? He frightened. He frightened because he heard the voice. Actually, he is only there, no? That's what he thought, that he cried a lot and he heard a noise. I leapt in terror. Then, like this, he became The voice had come from the shadows by the wall. Like that. Then someone came from that. Shadow is there. Here I am standing. So whenever light focused to us, shadow there, no? So that shadow on wall. The shadows moved and became a terrible figure. How like those picture? How like that shadow? Terrible, frightened, fearful. A man, perhaps. Maybe there was a man. He looked like a man freshly dragged out from the soaking earth. Soaking in the sense wet. Soaked, we know that, no? So we are keeping in water only. So we kept in water. How like that is? So wet, fully wet. Soaking earth. Just dragged from the soaking earth. We are taking any plant, wetland. How like it is? With mud and everything. Like that only the person. He was dripping wet and cold as clay. Clay means what? Mud only. That is earth. That is a piece of earth. So mud. Here clay means soft, sticky earth. They gave meaning for you. Soft, sticky earth. Here already they gave meaning there. Don't worry about that. Clay is soft, sticky earth. His hands gripped my arms like this. Here Pip cried no. So what happened? He gripped. Gripped in the sense hold. Here hold. His hands gripped my arms and his horrible voice said, he may cut my throat. How like his voice, very frightened, terrible. So he gripped my hands like this, his hands, holding my hands. Okay. And voice like cut my throat. That much of frightened. I believed every word. But he didn't cut my throat. He tipped me upside down to empty my pocket. So what happened? He searched for something. Here, I kept a piece of bread with me when I could to throw to a savage, starving dog that guarded a nearby farm. What is meant by savage? Savage in the sense wild, violent. So here one wild dog there. Okay, that dog lived their graveyard. So he brought that one for that dog to throw to his savage starving dog. Starving in the means great hungry. So hungry there, no? So great hungry, starving dog that guarded a nearby farm. The terrible man ate that dry bread as if he might die if he didn't. In case he did not eat that one, maybe he died. That's what happened. Very hurriedly, he has taken in my pockets that bread that was also dried bread, and he had eaten that one. And he mentioned that he might also eat me. Not only that, I can eat. Like that, he said. Then what happened? If he ate a pig means, what would happen? He asked anything to pig, or did he eat pig? We'll see in next class. This is about part 1. We'll continue next class, children. Thank you. Hope you understand.